Hello Heart and Soul Gospel Ministries listeners. This is Daniel Kong with Let's Read the Bible. Here is a story that happened in a kindergarten in the US some time ago. Most parents usually come on time to pick up their children once the kindergarten was over, but sometimes some parents came late. They had valid reasons for coming late, such as traffic being heavy or getting off late from work. When they arrived late, they were very apologetic and told their children's teachers that they were very sorry. When parents come late to pick up their children, this causes teachers to get off from work late, causing the kindergarten to pay them overtime. To discourage parents from coming late, the kindergarten set a policy that parents who are late more than 5 minutes will have to pay a penalty. The kindergarten hoped this new policy would prevent parents from coming late to pick up their children to avoid having them pay the penalty. But the result was the opposite. Parents paid the penalty and started to come much later. Even worse, they did not feel sorry at all when they came late to pick up their children. Parents thought it was their right to come late because they paid for being late. So, they did not feel sorry for being late either. Eventually, the kindergarten retracted the policy and went back to the old way. This is something we can think about. This is because the Jewish people who came to God's temple and gave sacrifices exhibited similar behaviors. They believed giving sacrifices to God was their duty and thought of themselves as righteous for observing the days to give sacrifices. But when we think about it, it is a very foolish belief because the act of giving sacrifices itself is the act of asking for forgiveness for the sins they committed. What is most important is not giving sacrifices, but not having to give sacrifices. However, they lost that important essence. Because they lost the essence, they continued sinning and found relief from giving sacrifices for their sins. It is just like those parents who thought they could come late to pick up their kids without any guilt because they paid the penalty to come late to pick up their children. David knew and realized this essence. That is why David said this in Psalm 40 that we will read today in verse 6. Sacrifice and offering you did not desire. Burnt offerings and sin offerings you did not require. But instead, he confessed in verse 8 that, I desire to do your will, my God. Your law is within my heart. Yes, God is full of mercy, who forgives sinners when they repent and turn back. But that does not mean we can go on sinning without any remorse, because sinning is not our right. When we get to know merciful God and realize His love, we will do our best to live the life in which we do not have to give sacrifices. I hope we will look at our own heart and realize where we stand in doing the will of God. Let's read Psalm 40, verses 1 to 17 together. I waited patiently for the Lord. He turned to me and heard my cry. He lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mire. He set my feet on a rock and gave me a firm place to stand. He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise to our God. Many will see and fear the Lord and put their trust in Him. Blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, who does not look to the proud, to those who turn aside to false gods. Many, Lord, my God, are the wonders you have done, the things you planned for us. None can compare with you. Were I to speak and tell of your deeds, they would be too many to declare. Sacrifice and offering you did not desire, but my ears you have opened. Burnt offerings and sin offerings you did not require. Then I said, Here I am, I have come. It is written about me in the scroll. I desire to do your will, my God. Your law is within my heart. I proclaim your saving acts in the great assembly. I do not seal my lips, Lord, as you know. I do not hide your righteousness in my heart. I speak of your faithfulness and your saving help. I do not conceal your love and your faithfulness from the great assembly. Do not withhold your mercy from me, Lord. May your love and faithfulness always protect me. For troubles without number surround me. My sins have overtaken me, and I cannot see. They are more than the hairs of my head, and my heart fails within me. Be pleased to save me, Lord. Come quickly, Lord, to help me. May all who want to take my life be put to shame and confusion. May all who desire my ruin be turned back in disgrace. May those who say to me, Aha, aha, be appalled at their own shame. But may all who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. May those who long for your saving help always say, The Lord is great. But as for me, I am poor and needy. May the Lord think of me. You are my help and my deliverer. You are my God. Do not delay. We just read Psalm 40, verses 1 to 17 together. I'll see you all next week. Until then, God bless.